Yo, what's up, guys? It's Talon, and today we're going to be coaching a Wukong top lane player. So we're coaching him on 2 games. If you don't know this guy, I've coached him plenty of times on my channel before. He got Sovereign playing jungle after our coaching, and he decided that's too easy for him. He needs to go switch to top lane. And yeah, you're going to see this coaching made me lose my mind, especially the second game you'll watch like near the end. It's just like, I don't know, there were 5 collectors in this game. This guy is building collector on Wukong top lane. He tells me he thinks magnetic blaster Wukong jungle is good and all of this. And it's just, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm slowly losing my mind the more people I coach. This is a Sovereign jungler who's genuinely good at the game. He's genuinely good at Wukong jungle. If you've seen me in past coachings, he's actually good at it. But this guy builds weird ass shit. He goes ghost for some reason on Wukong. Top lane, you're gonna see just so many silly and funny things. I think is entertaining. Please don't say stupid things in the comments like, oh my god, this is what Sovereign players look like, or just like all those comments are completely unnecessary and rude and annoying. It's someone who's showing their gameplay and willing to let me record, and all of these, like, this video title and everything is in good fun, just like because it's a funny video to watch, and it's also still a useful coaching that still gives good information. So I think it can still be valuable to you guys as well. But that's basically my long intro on why this coaching makes me lose my mind, as you will see. And I feel like I am slowly losing my mind the more that I play this video game called Wild Rift. But if you're interested in getting coached so that I can maybe teach you to lose your mind or make me lose my mind a little less as I coach you, then DM me on Discord, Talon1169, or through the link in the description to my Discord server. It's $25 an hour to get coached by me, a rank 1 Sovereign solo queue player who's also been Sovereign in all 5 roles solo queue as well. All right, hope you guys enjoy. So both are top. I thought you said initially you were going to do 1 top, 1 jungle. I mean, I don't care about that.
Yeah, I'm doing good in jungle, actually. I just
Yeah,
have problems.
makes sense.
Yeah, jungle is good.
Okay. So what is kind of the goal here? Like, how has top lane been going, or what is it you're trying to learn?
All right, so I'm struggling between already. First thing is choosing between tanky build or like assassin build, depending on my team comp. Here I could have gone assassin. I chose to by security to just go tank per usual.
It looks like you went Trinity first though now.
Yeah, so the thing is, I remember your build. I watched your video about Tank Wukong.
Yeah.
But it takes me 3 business days to clear waves. So I feel like I'm just too focused on my wave and not on enemy spell, not on fighting, and I'm just kind of lost when I take.
Well, that's kind of what Titanic Hydra is for. Like, it helps with the wave clear. Whereas, like, you're not gonna have that much wave clear even with the Trinity. Like, what was the other item? But, like, yeah, this is. I mean, okay, so if you're going your tank items itself too, you don't want to rush Twin Guard. So the thing about Twin Guard is you're getting armor and magic resist, but you're a top laner. You're not interacting with 5 people equally the same way a jungler is. A jungler, you know, you're kind of going to interact with a lot of people. Second item is going to happen at, you know, like 8, 9, 10 minutes, maybe even a little earlier, maybe a little later, but like 8, 9, 10 minutes. You're not going to be team fighting a bunch there. So getting magic resist when the enemy top is AD, the enemy jungle is AD, is essentially you wasting gold. Like how much, 20 MR is well, 40 MR is like 900 gold, right?
I think it's even worse than that, because the thing is, it's pictured in this order, but actually I didn't buy in this order because the problem is that I'm trading with my build, so I'm selling and buying, selling and buying. So it's not the right order. The second item that I bought was Omen.
Well, that's not going to make sense either. Wait, yeah, why did you buy Randuin's Omen here?
I don't know, man. Because Lucian, because of this. I don't know.
It's literally, well, Lucian doesn't, like, he's not fed this game. Like, he has way less gold. He's doing way worse than everyone else. So, not only that, but you're almost never going to buy Randuin's Omen into 1 crit champion. Even if that crit champion's fed, it's going to be pretty rare. You're really only, and again, as a top laner, you need to think about who you're interacting with. You are interacting with Aatrox more than anyone else. And enemy junglers, like these are who you're interacting with. So your itemization should reflect that. And then when you start being like, okay, now I'm gonna grab a Twin Guard so that, you know, I don't get melted by an Aesol, that's like 3rd, 4th, really 4th item usually. Like we're later in the game because that's when it actually matters. So in terms of itemization here, Obviously, you're going to rush boots, right? You're going to go armor boots here. Then you could even go a Bramble right away in lane just because it's an Aatrox. You know, most of the time you're not going to do that, but with an Aatrox, like you can go a Bramble early in lane. You can do a Sunfire first item. If you don't like the Heartsteel, you can try Sunfire. I feel like they changed Sunfire again, but Sunfire right now like leaves a trail behind you, I think.
It doesn't anymore, but it still it still burns people, but it doesn't leave a.
Does it give damage just like around your circle as a champion now? Like.
Yeah.
So that's gonna help you with wave clear too if you're looking for like a tank item. Like if you don't like the Heartsteel, you can try like Sunfire Rush. Like that's not a bad thing to try either. And then you can go like Hydra second. So like you're gonna have a little bit more wave clear, and then you go into the tank items like third onwards. So that's something to try as well. But like Trinity, you can do Trinity. It's not the end of the world, but it's not gonna make your wave clear that much faster. You probably would just prefer to either go full tank or full damage. Like the time where you could maybe go actual full, and also I didn't even mention, but you should have flash instead of ghost. But the time where you're gonna actually like go full damage is like, let's say you're laning a ranged top laner, you know, like maybe you're laning a ranged top laner and they are quite squishy, and you're trying to kind of stomp lane and you have front line elsewhere. You could go full damage. You could go, you know, an actual lethality item first. Like you could go tank boots plus, let's say, you know, Yomu's or whatever, or anti-shield if they have shielding. And then you can go Trinity second, and you can go kind of that more normal build. But in these types of games, tank, you know, is going to make sense. And yeah, basically Sunfire Heartsteel start is going to be way better. And if you don't like the lack of wave clear, you probably shouldn't be playing Wukong in top lane because he's not going to have insane wave clear. That's just not what the champion, you know, really does.
Yeah.
And Trinity doesn't even really make it that much better. Why are you going Ghost?
Just like mobility. I just feel it more useful. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like it. I like the move speed.
And
Because in
also
jungle,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
in jungle I'm building
Trojan?
no, the weird crit one that gives magic damage.
Magnetic Blaster?
Yeah.
Man, why do we do this again? Like, bro, I can't fix you. Like, you give me money to tell you things, and then you just don't do them, which, like, I don't care. I get your money. It doesn't matter to me. But it's so funny to me, like, how many times I've coached you and told you to stop going, like, Magnetic Blaster or something, and you still do?
Bro, it does work. I swear it does work. I just don't have the game right now, but it does work.
Yeah, whatever, bro. We've already talked about this, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
But in terms of this, again, you don't really want a hard trade with an Aatrox level 1. He's just gonna all in better. He has 3 Qs. Obviously, you literally have 1, and you lose this because of it. You just need to understand the matchup. You don't really work, or you're not really able to like hard beat him. This is good Q, obviously, though. Like that's what you're looking to do. You're literally looking to Q this guy and leave, like not what you did at the start, because that's his strength. Like his strength is actually winning the trades. Long term, yours is just those short trades, because he also has Conqueror, so obviously he's gonna win longer. So yeah, you should immediately
Also,
push when you saw him do this. What's up though?
Oh, okay. Immediately push even now, like even when I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's your goal in this lane?
To get plates. I don't know.
No, that's not. So, your jungler's pathing away from you. Aatrox is pretty strong early game. Your only goal is to recall first. Like, you're very rarely going to have the goal of kill. Like, the problem with a lot of people playing lanes is their goal is kill. That's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to recall on the 4th wave to get your boots, to come back to lane, to then have a little bit of pressure, and then that pressure creates things. And what it creates, you can't predict. You can't predict if the Aatrox is going to give you a really easy trade and you're going to, you know, actually be able to kill him. You can't predict if the enemy jungler is going to gank. You just can't predict all these things. But what you can predict is these, like, consistent recalls. I think we've talked about this before. So, basically, your goal on the 1st wave is just to have a good trade, right? Because the 1st wave, it doesn't really matter if you have prio or not. It just matters, did you get a good health trade? So, initially you got a bad health trade because of your what we talked about, but it turned good eventually. So overall, some mistakes, sure, but you got what you want out of the first wave. Your goal on the second wave is one of two things. It's either continue this health trade advantage because you're only on the second wave, and again, we have 2 more waves before we actually have to crash it. So you can just go for health again. Or your goal is to put yourself in a position where you can very easily crash the wave. Now, what could stop you from crashing a wave? You said it.
My jungle coming. My jungle coming.
Either jungler. Like, jungle in general might stop you from crashing. Like, it might prevent you. You're right. Like, if your jungler comes, maybe you'll stay longer to force a play. If their jungler comes, you might not be able to walk up and crash it because their jungler will gank you, right? So then, with that reasoning, with that understanding of that being what might stop you from crashing the 4th wave, why is it that I'm telling you to push this wave as soon as Aatrox shows that he's somewhere else?
Because Amumu is moving to his red, and Aatrox is leaving lane, so that just gives me prio.
It gives you prio. You can deny him a minion, but there's something that's important, and I'm just going to tell you at this point. You want to find their jungler. So if you find their jungler, then you don't have to guess anymore where he is, so now you'll know. So if you push this wave, you can go and ward his Krugs right after. And then, based on whether or not the Krugs are taken, you know where he started, right? Like, if the Krugs were not there, where did he start?
If he started red, it means he's ganking that side. Yeah.
Exactly. And then if they're there, you know he's going to be ganking you, right? So, and obviously, yeah, you're a sovereign jungler, so you understand this, so I don't need to explain. But yeah, instead you go here and like you get a decent trade. So it's not. I want to be clear. This isn't a super bad thing that you did here. This is reasonable. It's pretty fine. The problem is, again, jungle. Your jungler is not coming nearby. So if your jungler was pathing to you, this is going to make more sense to play really hard for health. But when you don't know enemy jungle location and your jungler is not pathing towards you, the goal is really just that recall. And, you know, now, again, he gets prio. Unfortunately, he also dashed into his thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, he gets prio, and it's not ideal. And then, I mean, it's still fine, though. Like, you're in a fine enough spot. And then this is kind of where, yeah, we have one of 2 goals. So you could either wait for this next wave to come and just continue to stack this and then crash the next wave, or you could crash this wave and then recall. Those are your 2 options. What information do you need to know which option's better?
I still need to know where is the jungler.
Exactly. Because if the jungler is pathing to you and you decide to build up the next wave, you can get ganked because it's going to take a while to build it up. But so then you would crash this wave right away and then fuck off, right? But if their jungler is pathing away, you would build up one more wave because then you get a better recall because you get more gold and you crash a bigger wave, and it's just you're going to deny him potentially more gold. So the fact, and like also look where you're hovering. Xin Zhao can just pop out on you, you know? Like there's no reason that you shouldn't just be this side. You can just hover this, like it's just safer. There's no reason to stand here where you have no vision. It's completely dark. So basically your problem with the early game, you first level 1 tried to hard trade into a champion who wins hard trades because he's Conqueror and Aatrox, whereas you're Grasp and a champ who just pokes with Q level 1. So that was your first mistake. Your second mistake was not crashing the wave level 2 when he showed, because then you could get information on jungle, which would then allow you to have better decision making because your goal is to crash the 4th wave. And then on this 3rd wave here, the problem is you continued to have low information, which meant that you didn't know, can I crash or not? And so given the fact that you don't have this information, what should you do? Should you crash or should you build up one more wave?
Ward Bush.
No, if you can't ward. I'm saying if you can't ward, you don't have a way to get the information.
Crash.
You should crash, yeah. Because crash, either way you can recall, and you're just going to assume. Like, basically, you assume the jungler is going to gank you if you don't know. So crashing it would be safer. Because, again, we're not yet at the 140, 150 timer, so he's probably not going to gank you yet. But then you're going to build it up. And I'm hoping you get ganks because I like being proven right. So that's, like, my hope here. But no, unfortunately, their jungler did path away. So now this ends up being good for you. But again, you can see it's kind of lucky, right? Like there's a 50% chance that you would have died here. Like if the jungler was pathing to you, you're dead here. You're 100% dead. So luckily he didn't, and then you kill him, which is good. You know, obviously, good on you to kill him. But this is lacking information, and again, you don't want to be making plays that, like with this lacking information. Are you on Demolish or no? No, you're not, which is fine. Yeah, you don't need to. I do when I go tank, but you don't like have to. You can do either.
I,
Um,
I go sudden impact,
hmm.
green tree and sudden impact. Is it good?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Again, I give you suggestions based on what I would prefer. I prefer demolish. I think it gets more value because again, that kind of gives you that split pushing threat as still like a tank champion, which I think is super valuable. Also, you went gluttonous greaves. You should just go armor boots here. You're way better as well. You're really
Yeah.
overly focused on the damage.
Mm-hmm.
But and again, you could go gluttonous greaves again if you're landing like a ranged top laner who you're trying to shit on. But that's just like to me not really the goal of tank Wukong. But not into these matchups anyways.
Okay.
Everything you're doing here is fine. It's fine to just kind of build up a wave and play slow. I feel like you could maybe look for a bit more poke. I don't think you need to be this scared. You're up a level on this guy and your Wukong. Like you're not going to die to a gank because you have your W and ult. So like I would have looked to still poke the Aatrox out during this scenario because the fact that you don't poke him out at all means like he's kind of just stronger on this rotation. Like if he goes and helps his teammate, and then you walk pretty far. It's a little risky, but I guess it is working. I mean, it works well enough. Yeah.
They died here, so should I should have stayed or what?
No, I
don't
think
know.
the way that you played this is fine. The only issue with what you did is not anything you did during the fight. It's just the fact that you didn't get enough poke on this Aatrox early. Like again, you're up low, like he's level 5, you're level 6. There's a wave getting pushed and you know junglers are matched here. Like you're aware of this at this point because you saw them contest that Scuttle bot side. So you know very likely chance junglers fight here. You want prio when that happens. Another problem with letting him push first is the XP. So it's the fact that you've not killed all these minions means you haven't collected the XP. So even though you're up in gold and you're stronger than him, you're not actually going to be really stronger during this fight because he pushes first, so he gets level 6. Even though you shouldn't be really letting him do this. He should be the one pushed under his turret, not you. But because you were like too scared to push your advantage, even though you got Gluttonous Greaves and Sheen, like you're very strong here.
Okay, so the thing is, if you check, Xin Zhao is on 2-0 and Amumu was on 0-1. So I didn't want to start a team fight with a jungle that was weaker than Xin.
But if you start the fight and you get to move first, it's not only about the strength of you guys. It's also the fact that you move first means you get the initial jump on them, which is then more advantageous for you as well. And also, what else does it do if you end up getting the wave pushed under their turret?
He loses minions. It forces Aatrox to back off.
Yeah, Aatrox either backs off or loses minions. So it's not like I'm saying push this and then go fight to the death and whoever wins is the better man and gets to win the game. It's just you push the wave, you make them lose something no matter what, and then you choose whatever works out. So you could have played everything the exact same way that you played this. The only difference is you have the wave pushing, and now Aatrox at least loses something. And again, you're not going to die to a gank, because say that Xin Zhao forced a gank on you, you're going to W and ult, and you're never going to die, obviously, right? Like, it's just not going to happen. Also, look at the levels. Level 6 to level 5. So even though, yes, Xin Zhao has a Sheen and Gluttonous Greaves, and your teammate just has this Bomby Cinder, he's also up a level, and he has his ultimate. It's not like he's weak, you know? Like, he can still do stuff for you. So again, the important thing is that you needed to have the prio here because you're in the advantageous lane situation, and you're also not going to ever die to a gank because you know Xin Zhao cannot somehow one-shot you. He can't Vi-ult you or something. And you have your ult, you have ways to respond. So having that prio gives you pressure, makes you guaranteed to either make them lose turret gold or like a wave gold, you know, to the turret. And it allows you to rotate first. So, and it keeps you up a level. Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. And then in this situation, you're going to play pretty heavily for side lane this game because you're winning lane really hard and your teammates are just like not. So, can you kill? Close. You're up 2
Yeah,
levels.
I didn't have mana. Yeah, mana.
If you have mana, yeah. Unfortunate. Item wise, Wait, so you win anti-heal thing, but then sold it later for Thornmail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just instantly go Thornmail here. Because also,
Yeah.
they changed it, so now if you auto attack someone when you have Thornmail, it applies anti-heal.
Absolutely. So it was just
So
dumb.
it's just better. I'm pretty sure that's how Bramble Vest works too. Actually, I
Yeah,
could be wrong, but I
they
think it's
did
how
change
Bramble.
it. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
There is a patch about it.
Yeah.
They
No,
changed
I
it.
know there's definitely a patch. I'm just thinking, is it only Bramble or is it only Thornmail or is it Bramble and Thornmail? I think it's both, but I guess I'm not a million percent.
I checked about it. I'm pretty sure it's both.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could get fact checked in the comments if I upload this. Who knows? But yeah, either way, no, I mean the Bramble is just better. It's just way better stats too. Like that much armor is so much better that like the Executioner's Calling is like not really good stats. So and yeah. And yeah, I mean you're kind of just getting item dipped here. Like the fact that you don't have boots, like armor boots, and the fact that you don't have Bramble, you're just weak. Like you should just be able to win this. Still win that though. I mean, you can win these short trades. So
you're saying that if I had defensive boots, I would have won it easier, better?
Yeah, 100%. And if you have Bramble, you're just gonna win harder. You just have better stats.
Because I feel like with people with Conqueror and me with Grasp, since I want to poke, let's poke with damage, and if I go defensive boots, I can take more, I can tank more, so I can stay longer in the fight, but they stack Conqueror.
I mean, you're still taking damage from them when they're damaging you on all these trades. Like if we literally look at your HP, you're at 55 or 45% HP. So like you've taken 55% of your HP anyways, so the amount that you're going to reduce from armor boots, you're probably going to be 65-70% HP. If you also have a Bramble. And yeah, you'll do slightly less damage to him, but like it's not a huge deal. I mean, I haven't done the math on it, like maybe you go and you do the math and it's something that, but like it's way safer and you're still taking damage every time you go and take a short trade on them. It's not like you're just like not taking, like, yeah, what you're saying, if you weren't taking any damage would make sense, but every time he's still trading back on you and winning these trades, so it's not really how it's actually turning out. Because it's not like he's super weak in the early trades just because he has Conqueror. He's still pretty strong, like in a short trade.
Yeah.
And I mean, the fact that you're low here obviously means that like it's just hard to play the fight. So the fact that you're low means the fight's bad. You're just a lot less tanky. You're not able to team fight nearly as well. Because again, like a little bit of extra damage in these team fights is usually not what wins it, but being able to stall and like be a lot tankier, it's a lot more often going to actually impact something. And I don't mind you staying on the turret. Yeah, I mean, you should have just gone back on the wave. But also, our kind of goal here at this point isn't really to just permanently sit in lane, because if we look at the situation we're in now, our team is not doing super well, and we've already taken their top turret. So, like, we don't have anything we can really get from top lane, apart from the wave. Unless he gives us a kill for free, but even then, that's not going to, like, necessarily change the game. So, if we just continue to sit here in top lane and fight him over and over again, the game's just going to end up, turning out shit. If we push the wave, and then after getting the wave push, we go and we do something else with our time, usually going to get a lot more done. So, again, now you lose, like, you push this, and you just leave. That's fine. And then where should you go right now after you reset? Okay, you unfortunately get stopped, so.
Yeah,
you should go but you unfortunately get stopped. Obviously, you couldn't really control that. So you have to run away. And now you're kind of going to have to push top. See, the problem is, like, now you want to push top. You don't want to do it like this, because now top is pushing into you and you're losing a lot from it. You want to do this after you get something pushed. Like, that's when you find your opportunity. But, oh, and then you sold for armor boots. Okay, so you really fucked your build, yeah. Because you sold a lot, so that definitely, it doesn't help. But yeah. And then you lose top turret. So basically, yeah, you didn't want to do this at this point because now you lose way too much, which is your entire top turret. Whereas if you had done it, earlier, would have been better. But obviously you got stopped there, so it's a little unfortunate.
Bro, put it back. Just what's my slow move here. Wait,
Or what
wait,
do you
wait.
want to?
Just one more back.
Okay.
Here, look at this.
Oh, the dodge. That was actually holy
Look,
shit. Wait, I didn't
look.
even notice that. Yeah, that was actually hilarious. That was crazy. I
But,
literally did not pay attention to that apparently. But
but
do you
it
still
sucks.
die? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
still
still
die.
die.
That's kind of
Yeah, and
tragic, but that was fucking hilarious. I literally did not see that. Holy shit. My
but
brain is
yeah.
pretty laggy today, so.
Mm. Okay, now there's Drake and Baron.
I mean, now you're kind of fucked. Like, to be real, like this, I mean, I guess the game ends up stalling out, but you should just be pushing bot out right now. You don't really want to go contest this. Like, this
I went
is,
to chase a random kill.
yeah, this doesn't really make any sense. It's just
Yeah.
really greedy. Like, you're just trying to, in these types of situations, and apparently it works, but this never should work. No, it doesn't really work. I mean, this, but yeah, in these types of situations, you just want to get a wave pushed out, and then use the fact that a wave's pushed out to draw someone, and then go create a numbers advantage, or continue to split push if no one responds. But you're just trying to create numbers advantages when your team is behind in these situations. You're not trying to go and force a bunch of fights like you're kind of doing. Like, again, yeah, push this out. Someone comes, you walk mid. Obviously, you're usually going to end up, like, you know, because you guys are behind, it's going to be kind of rough. But, again, same kind of thing. I guess they throw here. This is probably why the game ends up being okay. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, we'll pretty much just be skipping around to wait for them to throw because there's not much to really
Yeah,
learn from this. We'll see. I guess it's here.
they threw it for a bit, but we couldn't.
Yeah. Well, either way, you're just going to continue clearing and installing. So we'll see. Like here again, you just walk bot. You like keep walking mid and going to like just clear the bot wave. You know, like we're not trying to fight them 24/7 here. It doesn't do anything for us.
Mm-hmm.
He also W'd the wrong way, but
Yeah.
again, like all you did was walk there and waste your cooldowns instead of like pushing bots so they don't have as much pressure. Yeah, I mean, really, there's like nothing to take away from this in terms like you should be bot right now. I don't care that this kind of works because they're like hinting. You should be pushing bot right now. It's just way more consistent. Basically, when you're behind in these situations, you get a wave pushed out and then you rotate, and that's really all you can do.
But this play gave us Baron.
Yeah, but it will. I don't care. Like this doesn't make sense. They just end up throwing into you super hard. Like you went here, you killed him. Now you leave and you push bot out. Why would you expect, given the information you have right now, for you to kill all these people? Like they're literally already at their turret. Like they should never be dying. You know, like it just doesn't actually logically make any sense. It just ends up working out that you kill one person. But like pushing out bot so that you have more time to stall the game is a way more consistent play, rather than just like going here on something that you never really could predict works out.
I mean, here we just hit on Baron.
Yeah, this is good. I mean, obviously, like once you're in this situation, flipping Baron is fine because you're behind. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. This last auto killed you. That's sad. Do you have questions or thoughts about anything we've talked about so far?
No, just now I know that I need to go defensive boots quick and stop with Trinity, Fire Agent.
Yeah, and again, that planning with the jungle is like important in terms of the first 4 waves, especially. Like understanding your goal with that.
And third and fourth, getting recall first.
Getting recall first or creating a slow push into dive, right? Because again, you can create a slow push into a dive when your jungler's coming and you're in a winning matchup. When you're in a losing or even matchup or the enemy jungler, you know, you don't know his location or you know that your jungler's pathing away, that's when you're more gonna like really just focus on getting the recall. And then anytime that you don't get any, like they don't give you the opportunity to kill, you just go for the recall. But yeah, I mean, your mechanics on this champ are obviously very good. Like you're very good at Wukong. So I don't really need to tell you how to play these fights. Like all the fights you're gonna play fine. So that's why I'm skipping around. They just don't matter because I know you're
Yeah.
gonna play the fights that you should.
I have macro issues in top lane
Yeah, yeah,
because it's so different from jungle.
it is. Are you queuing top lane a lot, or is it just whenever you're autofilled?
I'm queuing only top lane in legendary queue. I do only top lane, and normal queue I go jungle.
Gotcha. Yeah, and again, now you're just pretty much pushing it out and then looking to team fight with your team. So this is good. Like I can see this macro that you didn't do as much before. You do have to be aware of the guy on bot, which you weren't really. Like you should have started your recall a bit earlier, but looks like your teammate goes.
So I should have recalled here.
Well, yeah, because like you can see Aatrox, and he's like threatening to end the game. So if your teammates didn't notice this, he would end the game, and you should be noticing that and just leaving instead of relying on teammates, because you don't really know if your teammates are going to notice it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you also like kind of continued to overforce when your teammates had to recall for the Aatrox, so you just didn't really have that awareness of that side lane. Because that's something we'd kind of talked about, is pushing the opposite side, you know, when an objective spawning. So even when you're not the one pushing it, you have to be aware of it. Yeah, this is messy, but
I'm team fighting too much.
yeah, like again, just walk bot here. You have Baron. Go fucking push bot and apply your Baron. Don't walk mid again.
Here. Oh, I think, yeah. At some point, I think I just throw the game because I wanted to end, but it
Yeah, you're
wasn't
just
here.
like permanently grouping mid. Like you literally just play mid 24/7. When if you're bot right now or even top, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna have all the sides pushed out and you're gonna guaranteed win the game. But instead, you're hoping that you kill them. And again, you kill them here. That's nice, but you guarantee win if you push top while your Annie's pushing bot, or vice versa. And instead, now you have to hope that you can clear through an Asol. Like Asol is obviously a very good wave clear.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah. And then you go in when your Draven's not here. Like your Draven is nowhere to be found. Just wait for your teammates.
I recalled because you saw me. I wanted to end the game. I saw that I couldn't end. So like, you know what? Just fuck it. Just end this game. You know? Yeah, I just lost my mind.
Yeah. I mean, you've done multiple forces when, again, like your teammates were recalling to get the Aatrox and bot, or here. A lot of these are very simple mistakes that you know, but you're just kind of forcing fights when your teammates aren't in positions to follow at all. They get Elder, and I'm assuming they just end. I don't know.
Yeah, we all die. We all die at some point. Interesting, I guess. The game was depressing.
And again, a lot of these problems come from the fact that you're having so many side lane issues. Like the fact that you're not getting these lanes pushed out before rotating new objectives or doing other things means you have no inhib, or you have like all these things where now it's impossible to defend. And then
you will see on my next game, because when I go assassin, I have another mental, and I have better macro, and I go more on side lanes. Because when I go tanky, I just feel like I'm useless in side lanes because I don't bring anything. But when I go assassin or full damage, I feel like yeah, I'm gonna go in this lane and I'm gonna do something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think that's like reality, but I understand why it feels easier because you have more that you can do on side lane in terms of kill pressure, but not only kill pressure that matters for these side lane fights, like just getting the lane pushed and then moving. Because again, yeah, when you're playing the tank build, you want to team fight more, but you want to still push out the side and then team fight, but you're just like skipping that part in a lot of these situations. But yeah, I mean, I get why it feels easier. Also, I would just hover the bush side. Like doing this is just risky in case the jungler shows up because you don't really know where their jungler started. But
and in this game, I went first strike.
Yeah. And unfortunately, you activated your Q too early.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the mechanics thing, so. And then
Mm.
you're also over pushing. Again, what's your goal of the first level?
HP trade.
So what
Uh,
does pushing this wave like this help you with HP?
Nothing, but I didn't have my Q anymore, so I was waiting for the cooldown, and he had his Q.
Yeah, so pushing the wave makes it harder for you to get trades on him, because if you push the wave like this, he doesn't have to interact with you, because it'll push into
But
him
I still want to
naturally.
get my level 2 first, no?
It doesn't matter if you get level 2 if the wave ends up getting pushed like this, because then he can freeze on you right around this area. The wave will get stuck right around here when the next wave comes. And then he can threaten, for example, an E on you, and you have to walk up further. So you'll get a small HP advantage potentially from getting level 2 first, but the wave will be pushed too far up to the point that you can't even E on him because he'll walk back to his turret, and he'll still get level 2 relatively similar at a similar time, because the wave will just come here and he'll be able to kill it for free, and you can't walk up and trade with him. So even though you get level 2 first, you can't do anything about it. Like, the time that you want to get level 2 is right before him, so that he is still needing to walk up. If you push the wave this fast and you get level 2, the wave just goes under his turret and it doesn't matter that you're level 2. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know.
And yeah, you can kind of see this is what's happening. Like, the wave is going to get stuck, right? So now the wave is stuck here. Your level 2 did nothing. Your wave is in a shit spot.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you, like, the other option is that you push it super fast to crash and then just get a ward so you can find their jungle. But it's either play hard for the HP or just push hard and then get vision. And then now, yeah, like, you have to walk up and take kind of annoying trades with him, and so he can land E's on you and whatever. He should probably take W level 2, honestly, though. And then, yeah, you can see you E, it's very hard to not go under turret. Like, you barely don't, luckily. But even then, again, depending on jungle, this can be quite scary, of a situation for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just don't really like the wave state here. Luckily, you're still stronger early game champion, and he's walking up and giving you pretty easy trades, but it again is just, it's a lot scarier. And then once again, you're not crashing this wave before the next wave comes, which means now, again, it's very easy for him to freeze on you. This is now a timer where jungle could potentially be here, when your real goal here is to get this wave crashed. So you can see back-to-back games, you find yourself nearly under the enemy turret without information. And then, yeah, jungle is here. So now you'll die to jungle, and not really ideal because the wave is not in a great spot for you, so you'll lose a bunch of minions. So again, the lack of information this time did screw you, because what you just did there would be obviously good if the jungle was other side, but you just don't have that information, and yet you do the same kind of wave build-up that we talked about the first time. Wouldn't it be better to hard crash it because you want to reset, because you don't know where enemy jungle is, and you'd rather just use your health lead to then get a recall to then come back to lane first to have the advantage? And it's a small advantage, but instead you're trying to force kill, and that's all you're ever concerned with. But then it gives the enemy jungler a lot of gold, and it makes you lose out on gold from the wave, and it's not very beneficial overall. And it's good to hard trade with him here because his jungler shouldn't be here, because they bat the other way. Unfortunately, he gets level 5. So, but did you hit your clone?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And my level 5, I didn't put my ult. I put it on my Q.
Oh, you
level.
did. Okay, I was gonna say, why didn't you ult? But
Didn't have ult.
yeah, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. How much? This is 8 pen and 18 pen. How much armor do armor boots give?
Is it 12?
I have no idea. I'm gonna pull up my game. I'll obviously keep coaching as I'm just gonna pull up my game to see though.
I can check plated steel caps.
But yeah, I mean, this is fine how you're playing these situations. Okay, this is maybe a bit much because he's just gonna get stacks on you. Because again, he can all in you. So yeah, this didn't really make sense. I think you'd only want to do this when you have W up.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have W up, then you can do this because then you just leave after. But no.
And then I went back because I still had my ult. I was like, I have to use it.
That's so
Which
fucking
was
funny.
dumb.
Yeah. And also the wave is pushing into you, so now you lose again even more minions. So it's again a lot of this stuff related to the wave where you just end up losing a bunch of gold from
So what would you have done here?
let the wave push into me and then just clear the wave under my turret. Like you're already
Yeah,
in
no,
the advantage. So all you have to do is
Mhm.
just let the wave come into you and you're going to be perfectly fine. Like there you didn't need to force anything.
Okay.
Also, armor boots are 35 armor. So the reason I point this out is you're building items, and this is why this build is generally bad in top lane when you're not into squishies. You're building 18 armor for 2,400 gold, or 18 armor penetration for 2,400 gold.
Yeah.
They're building 35 armor for 1,350 gold. They have they get plus 17 armor from 1,050 less gold spent. They also get health. They get health regen. Obviously, they get movement speed. And then they also reduce your physical damage, by 3 to 9%. So early game is going to be like 3 or 4%. So all you're getting out of that situation, I'm just looking at the stats in the game right now, from your Boots of Dynamism, you get 30 AD, which is good. But like, again, that's not enough to offset the extra HP they get, the armor they get, the damage reduction, all that. So basically the point is your items into their items are just bad. Like into steel caps, all this shit that you're doing is just giving you some AD that's still not getting offset by their armor. So like you're going to lose these trades compared to if you have armor boots and you're matching that. Like then you're just going to have the same stats. So then these trades are not as bad for you. Now, the trades are fine for you still because you're ahead, right? But that's kind of like the math of why these are more like assassin jungle builds, not top lane builds. And that's why it's fine if you're playing into a Vayne top, because a Vayne top's going to build a bunch of AD or whoever else. Because then, yeah, maybe your goal is to one-shot them. But most of the time, these bruisers can counter you pretty easily when you do this. And then, yeah, you know why this trade was bad. Obviously, you just let the wave come into you. Like, that's what I was trying to point out. Like, if we look at it right now, you're going to get, like, 9 minions under your turret for free. What level are you going to be after you kill the 9 minions?
At level 7.
And what level is he going to be after he kills these 2? Level 6. Yeah. So you could just do what you just did now, but after, and it'd be great because your ult basically did no damage, so it didn't really care. Like, it didn't matter. So all you have to do is wait till that level advantage and then trade around it, and you're going to be great. And again, the problem with trading, so also that's why we talk about building up a wave and then crashing it, is because if you kill them when the wave is crashed, they lose all those minions like you just did. And vice versa. If like look at the gold difference, right? So before he killed you, just before he even killed you, the gold, you were up 300. Then after he killed you and everything, he is up, and after you killed, you'll kill a couple minions here. So you were up 300. Now you're down over 400, like 500. So it's an 800 gold swing. Whereas obviously a kill is only 300 gold. So you can see how hard the gold swings because he built up this wave and crashed it on you. All you had to do was just catch the wave and it's free. So then even if you did kill him, you wouldn't have denied him gold because the wave was, he'd already killed the wave. So he would have only lost, let's say, like, they would have been a 400 gold positive play for you. So the risk is that you go down 800 gold. The reward is you go up 400 gold. Right? That's just not good math. So unless it's a very likely kill for you, it's overly risky without much benefit.
Okay, that's interesting.
So again, now we're kind of in the other situation where you're building up a bit of a wave. It got killed, I guess it's not really anymore. He just killed it instantly. So never mind. But that's kind of what we're looking for, is to be building up the bigger wave. But at this point, you can't really do much. Mostly just clear the wave and then... Yeah, again, like, you should be clearing the wave, not rotating to match him late. Because again, now he's just gonna... Great.
It's too
like,
late, yeah.
Yeah, like, you just wasted time. You could have denied him 200 gold, gotten 200 gold yourself, and then gotten turret plates. He's literally dead right now. Like, imagine how much gold you would have gotten. And now by the time you actually get there, you're going to get very little. And if you do stay to get more, he's going to respawn and then keep you in lane. So you can't recall and spend the gold that you're going to collect here. But if you've done this instantly, you can collect that gold and you can spend it. So, yeah. And yeah, you literally ended up only getting one plate. And then you just recall him, so it's like... Also, you're fucking building collector, and I've talked to you about builds so much, like, I don't even... Whatever, bro. Like, whatever, you know? Whatever. Whatever. You just, like, you can't build normal. You refuse to. Like,
I'm smurfing with collector. When I'm building collector, I'm not joking, bro. It's literally my two best builds are collector and the other one, magnetic blaster.
Yeah. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Whatever makes you happy, honestly. You know, it's a video game, so I respect it.
Yeah, I think it was a stupid move.
Yeah, I mean, just like covering your top lane is better than rotating so late. Like, if we're in this situation, you go mid, like, it's fine. Like, this is what you should do, because you're like looking mid and then you can go to a fight if you need to. But then you just like look at the actual situation and realize you're not needed, and then you just leave. Like, if we look at what's going on right now, they're on Herald, you know, like, nothing's happening, you're not needed there. Your team is fine. You do nothing here. Your teammates don't need you. But you stay here, and now they can just take turret for free top. Now you go and fight, I guess.
I nearly died by Veigar.
Yeah, just to try to get a blue buff that you didn't end up getting. So you just wasted a bunch of time. You're actually 1 HP. But yeah, you just wasted a bunch of time to get nothing. Like, again, the fact that you went mid was a really good play that a lot of people don't do. A lot of people would go straight back to their lane there. Going mid and then pushing mid, it gives you options, because now, yes, you can go to the dragon if the dragon was fought. Like, if Kha'Zix rotated there, you would go and fight and win the dragon, and boom, you're carrying the game. But once you realize the enemy are on Herald, which you saw them on Herald,
yeah,
just go cover your top lane, and then you lose nothing because you'd already pushed your top lane previously. So, like, that's what you're doing with your push, like, it's giving yourself options. But then with your option, you decided, I'm going to go fight anyway, even though there was nobody to fight. Like, you were fighting an invisible Evelynn that didn't exist, so it was pointless. And then
that's
again,
true.
What's up?
That's true. Even in jungle, when I have one idea in my head, it just stays in my head, whatever happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Another thing about once you've lost your turret is it gives you more agency, or more leniency to, like, leave. Because the wave no longer dies to your turret right here, it now dies all the way back here, so you have a little more time. So once you push this wave, again, you go fuck off, and now they have to come here. But instead, you're just like, I'm gonna go hit the turret and pray nobody comes, even though I have no information on where anyone is. And so now you just get stuck here again, and you can get ran down by a ghost. Ghost flash. Like, he could have killed you here, to be clear. He has ghost flash. You are dead here. Or at least losing your ult and flash. But he just didn't click ghost on you and run at you. But if he did, you're just gonna lose it. So, and now you're stuck here. Like, all you are is you're stuck here. He gets to push first. He gets more pressure, and then he gets to leave. You kill Veigar, though, because Collector's just clearly broken, you know, obviously. So who cares? But this is, like, essentially what I want you to be able to do, but by pushing the wave first. Like, you push the wave, then you can look in mid for these types of things. Because you just don't need to respond right away. And again, you're just trying to go for turret again without information, unless you saw him recall. If you saw him recall on a word or something, that's fine. But
maybe I assumed that, I don't know. Oh, and Kha'Zix had collector too.
Yeah, you guys both got collector. Even though neither of you should. Bro, there are 4 people building collector in this game, and maybe one of them, it's okay. Like, it's maybe okay for your misfortune. Maybe. None of these people should have collector, though. Like, it's crazy. There's 4 collectors, bro. Like, what am I looking at?
You, Sarah, bro. It's you, bro.
That's so funny, though. And so, again, walk top, clear top, then go do something. Don't just walk straight mid. Walking straight mid is useless when you could push top and then go do the exact same thing. And now, yeah, okay. Now you push, now you go mid. And funnily enough, in hindsight, you could have probably been here in time if you'd done what I said. Because top would have been pushed 10 seconds faster. Then you'd already be mid. Instead, you're here, The entire everything's fucked. And again, I'm not saying I can predict this. What I'm telling you is I'm doing this every single time. So then when this type of situation does arise, I'm able to win that fight in the end. Whereas you keep not doing that, so then eventually it's going to bite you in the ass, even if it's, sometimes going to be perfectly fine. And then, okay, this time you collect him. So it's just battle of the collectors. It's actually pretty funny, to be honest. Like, it is very comical. I can't lie. And yeah, I wouldn't really clear camps as dragon spawning. I'd just walk the dragon and then start pressuring bot. Like, you can push bot out here and start pressure. Because again, we said we want to pressure opposite side of objective. We've talked about this. So Baron is the key objective, right? This dragon's going to die because their Kha'Zix is dead. So you know it's going to die. So just push bot out and prepare in advance for the Baron. Because then you already have bot pushed. Now someone has to respond to you. You get to rotate mid. So basically, I've just pointed out a lot of mistakes here without having generalizations. So the general thing here is pretty much we want to prepare by getting pushed on the opposite side of an objective before rotating, usually in advance of an objective. And then also just in general, in the mid game, when there is no objective, we want to push out our side and use side push to go into mid, whereas what you're doing is often just walking straight to mid. And then we also don't want to build collector because Talon's going to be angry, and we don't want to make Talon angry. He actually got juked, that's funny. This Kha'Zix just really wants to fight you for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know why. All game.
Yeah, and you could maybe even, you can pressure Baron, or you could take the TP thing and just start pressuring bot, and I'm kind of fine with either choice. I'm pretty fine with you hovering around the area. This is good, and yeah, now you walk bot. But again, you just, or perma team fight, like again, get the side lane pushed out, like go walk bot and get the side pushed out, and then have that pressure. Walking here towards mid again, like, is just kind of pointless, and for some reason you end up finding a random jinx, but Rip. Okay, there are now 5 collectors, by the way. Like,
who is it again?
Rengar,
Jinx?
like, he also...
Oh, Rengar, yeah.
Like, bro, this is actually so fucking hilarious. Oh my god. I'm like really tired today, my head hurts, so it's just like funnier. Like, I'm not like mad or something, but it's just like so funny to look at. Like, this game is just an interesting video game. I don't know. Yeah, good. I mean, again, you're just pretty much, I just don't see the point of playing top lane if you're gonna just be a jungler. Like, all you're doing is walking around like you would as a jungler, except you have access to less gold.
In my head, I was like, "Oh, bro, that's OP." Like, then now we have 2 jungler in the same team.
But then you don't push out your side lane, and the enemy get a bunch of free side lane pressure when you could just do this as a jungler and have more access to gold as a jungler. Like, the only reason this works is because they don't know how to pressure side lanes. Like, if it's not going to work into normal people, like it's just not going to be nearly as effective. And it's not even effective here. It's just, well, it's like you're going into a fight, half the time you die after killing like one person because you are trading, very risky, like making very risky trades. This Kha'Zix is killing you half the time, you kill him half the time. Sometimes you die to a random person. You don't push out the wave before you do any of these things, so when you do lose the fight, the enemy can get a lot out of it. When you win the fight, you don't get that much out of it because there's no wave push, so it's just like, it's just very, like, this is why when you're a jungler and your teammates are pushing the waves, it's really easy to play after you win a fight because it's not your job.
Bro, so that's why when I'm jungle, I can finish the game quick, but when I'm top, all the games are so long. That's why, maybe.
It's definitely a very large contributor to why. Like, there's no way that 57 kills should have happened in this game, and yet only 9 turrets have been killed, bro. Like, that's insane. That's not how it should be. But because you're literally just walking mid and fighting, and then you just push another wave, maybe and then you don't go any further than that, or you don't use that pressure to then go into a side and then push something out of that. You're just literally just walking up, fighting people, hoping you die, flipping. Like, there's been 61, like, it's just insane. And this is like Grandmaster Legendary queue or something. Like, it's not like silver, and it's just, it's wild. I don't know, man. I don't know. And again, like, I don't know why Kha'Zix is here, but he is, and so you kill him. But again, this is just not going to work against normal people who are not giving you these random kill angles that really make no sense. And now they're doing it without their jungler, and for some reason I have a feeling you're going to steal this. But we'll see.
Oh, no, I didn't. I tried, but couldn't.
Unfortunate. Yeah. And so again, I mean, it's just some random people die, you don't push out any of your waves, and so we get fucked. Like, it's just, it is what it is. And again, you're still chasing the fights, right? Still chasing, it's just... And there's times where it makes sense to chase some of these fights, but not every single fight all the time, 24/7. Because the top lane's being pushed out right now, for example. And that's largely because we hadn't had it pushed out in the past, and then now we just have to hope that Veigar doesn't backdoor us, or that someone else in our team responds, because he has Baron. He could literally backdoor us. I'm actually wondering what happens to cause him to not backdoor. Oh, it's because your Misfortune respawn or recalls.
Yeah, I saw her recalling, so...
Yeah, and so now you just lost an inhib while everything else was still negative. Like, it's not even like you won the fight. So what's the point of being here? We're taking a fight that we're half the time not even going to win, just to lose a guaranteed inhib while they have Baron, and probably lose Elder anyway. It's just rather pointless, obviously. Oh, Kha'Zix saw him. This Kha'Zix is actually such an enter, bro. Oh my god. So funny. Yeah, I don't know why coaching you is always very comical. Like, the games are just funny. They just are.
I mean, last game was depressing.
I think last game was a more serious game. This one is fucking... This is one of those games where I play on stream and then I'm just like... I'm just in shock, you know? I'm just like, what the fuck is Wild Rift?
These are the funniest parts of your streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mechanically, obviously, again, you're gonna play well, and now you one-shot some random squishy champions with Collector. Okay, there's still only 5 Collectors, right? I don't know. If like Veigar builds Collector, I'm ending this and I'm not coaching you anymore. It's just like done. So.
Bro, last coaching it was Kanan, AD Kanan, if you remember.
Oh yeah, AD Kennen, there was. I do remember that. Yeah. I played against AD Kennen yesterday. It was strange.
Is it good or
no?
No, yeah.
But especially not crits. Like, he went crit Kennen. If you're gonna go AD Kennen, you would go on hit. But I don't recommend any. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of just... There's not much else to say here. What are you gonna do again? Are you gonna push out a lane? Are you gonna try to clear any of them? Nope. You're gonna go and walk at the squishy champion and you're gonna try to kill them. And sometimes you'll kill them. Sometimes you won't kill them. That's really all, like, what... You know, if you keep doing this after I'm coaching you, there's no reason for me to like, it's just... These are the... I could tell you, yeah, run at the person in mid and then go and kill him, and this is great, you know, but it's just... Doesn't really... I'm not really needed for this. So...
We'll see on the next coaching session.
Yeah, we will see. And so basically you're just going to keep walking and fighting as your top lane is getting pushed in. And then eventually recall. And you're going to hope that you can push it out a little and then go and fight and magically win a fight. Your teammate steals Baron, because why wouldn't your teammate steal Baron in this game? That's just what would make sense. It just does make sense. And so even now, you have Baron, reset and push the goddamn lanes with your Baron, bro. Like, why are we still fighting? We have 89 kills, nothing, just reset and fucking push the waves. Like, that's all that you need to do. But instead, you walk mid again. You just fucking walk mid, and that's all you ever want to do is just go and walk mid and just fight people 24/7. Like, you actually hate pushing lanes so much, it's insane. You're literally just sitting. You're playing mid lane. I don't know. Like, it's just there's a different role that you need to be playing.
I push more waves in jungle than in back.
Yeah, you really fucking do. But for some reason, you still kill the enemy. Okay, and we just win the video game anyways. Like, I don't fucking know, bro. I don't fucking know. It's just, it makes no fucking sense. But congratulations, you won the video game. I don't know, man. All right. Okay.
Oh man.
This fucking, I'm so glad that I only have like 10 more months of playing this video game until I can stop. Jesus fucking
What do you
Christ.
mean? Why?
Because, well, hopefully I'll graduate and then get to work and not have to play this video game. But
You
it's
can
kinda
work
funny.
and you
What?
can work and still play. Why would you stop? I mean,
Because
you will stop.
I'm in college. I use this to pay for my college. So I will graduate in about like 13 months. And if I get an internship in 10 months, then I would stop in 10 months.
Bro, so you're leaving. You're leaving definitely in 10 months.
Not definitely in 10 months. Definitely once I get a full-time job, but potentially in 10 months.
Oh man, I hope you'll be jobless. Bro, I need you here. What the
All
fuck
right,
you mean?
we'll
What the
see.
fuck you mean,
We'll
bro?
see. You can pray that I'm jobless,
I
but
hope you get 1 million subscribers on YouTube and you don't need a job, bro. That's better.
okay. So the first, we'll go back to the first game initially, so we can talk about the build stuff initially. So just like armor boots, Sunfire, tank, and then as tank, itemize, based mostly on lane opponent. There are exceptions, and exceptions are going to be like if the enemy are just like a tank who you don't really care about, you're not scared about, and the rest of the enemy are, let's say, like 2 or 3 crit champions. You could be more like, okay, I'm going to build, a Randuin's third item or a Frozen Heart fourth, and be more concerned with that. But in terms of your first 2 items, especially, like those should be, for example, the Bramble Vest against Aatrox. Like it needs to be the damage type of your laner,
Yep.
and actually like useful. So there's that. In the lane itself, goal of first wave is just trade. Second wave can continue to trade, but try to crash and get info, which is a word, obviously. Then if enemy jungle pathing to you, just crash fourth wave and recall most of the time. Obviously, it depends if enemy jungler or if your jungler is coming as well, and then you understand this. If your jungler is coming as well and you have the advantage, you can stay longer to push your advantage and help your team. But this is generally how we kind of want to pay attention or like think about it. If enemy jungle is pathing away, can focus more on building a slow push and then go from there. So go from there means you could crash. And then recall still if you can't kill him, or you can do what you did like the second game where you killed the guy under tower. But obviously, killing him under tower wasn't worth because jungle was there and the wave would then be fucked. Then do not trade hard when enemy has big wave, because when you do this, the enemy, if they kill you, like I said, they get like 800 gold, whereas you only get like say 300-400 gold. So just usually not good unless you have a really easy kill angle, of course, but you didn't, and then you obviously just tried to get value out of your ult for no reason. Early game, these are the main things, really. Also, like, do not take long trades with conk champs, especially not a Darius, obviously. Then going into the 6 minutes, like, try to get... You want your lane pushed, you can rotate to the objective, but then there was the problem with the second game where you rotated the objective, like you rotated mid, and then you didn't go back to lane because nobody was contesting. So basically, it's fine to recall and go and push mid on first objective, but when you realize no one is fighting, nobody is fighting because like enemy or other side or whatever, just go back to lane rather than losing as much as you did. Then your mid game, again, the big issue is just that you don't push your lane before going to another fight. You kind of just go straight mid. So in mid game, just push lane out, then fight. Then also focus on getting opposite side. side pushed out in advance of the objective, because you're just doing it way too like late, or a lot of times you're going again just before you actually push out the opposite side, or like there was a time where you pushed the Baron side when you should have pushed the other side, because then the enemy was pushing bot and your teammates had to respond, and if your teammates didn't respond, you were fucked. Same way that when the Veigar was pushing top at the end, if you didn't push that out, if your teammate didn't recall, you'd be fucked again. Like, these are very common scenarios, and that's your job, and that's why these games are going long. Because yeah, you're going and you're killing a bunch of people, and you're having 18 kills, and you're doing your collector shit, great, whatever. But like, it still fucking sucks most of the time, because now you just have to win like 8 fights. They have to win 1 fight to win the game. You have to win like 8 because of all the lanes that you don't have pushed out. And this is why it's just like really risky. Do you know what your win rate is in Legendary Queue, by the way, playing top lane?
56, 57.
Okay, that's not bad, to be honest. But I guess it makes sense considering there's 5 collector people in your game. Yeah, but these are a lot of the main things I can think about. Because really when it comes to the later parts of the game, it essentially just relates to getting your opposite side pushed out, or getting the lane pushed out in general before you end up going to a random fight. Especially when there's no objective up. You have questions or other things we talked about that you think are relevant or anything like that?
I think we've gone through a lot. Maybe just one about Heartsteel and TP.
Yeah.
So just against Mundo and Sion, TP and Heartsteel is okay, right?
Well, I would still go at, like, the reason I'm saying Sunfire is just because that's what you said you have a problem with wave clear. When I play Wukong top lane, I feel perfectly fine with the Heartsteel. Plus,
even against Aatrox, Darius, and Gwen.
Yeah, even
Especially
in these matchups, I'm perfectly fine with it. I mean, if you're into like champs who do a lot of percentage HP damage, you know, maybe you can go for, like, for example, if you're playing in like Fiora, I'm fine with you going more like the assassin kind of build into Fiora, because you're gonna struggle if you're just building tank. You're never really gonna be able to fight her. So you can go damage into these like percent HP damage dealing champions, or these tank killing champs. So if you're into a Fiora, if you're into other, you know, tank melters like Gwen or whatever, you can go assassin. So basically can go assassin builds into range tops and into tank killers. Like Fiora. Heartsteel versus, I did not spell Heartsteel. Heartsteel versus Sunfire, preference based. I mean, preference based in the sense that you can do either, not in the sense that there's like not one that's better or worse in certain situations, but like I'm perfectly fine with either. I
or
go
both?
Heartsteel. What's up?
Both?
Like together, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
I mean, not really, because like the problem is you want Hydra if you're going Heartsteel. So you go Titanic Hydra second if you're going Heartsteel. You just need to do that. And then by that time, third item, you're going to need more resistances from items.
Twin
now
guard.
Sunfire gives armor, right? But still,
it does, but it'll just
yeah, I
like
still
45.
would go something else. Usually in most games, like you might need a Thornmail for anti-heal, you might need Randuin's, you might need a Frozen Heart, or you might need an MR item, or if you need like both, you go Twin Guards. There's a lot of other options that to me would be a lot more effective, and you're not going to struggle that much with wave clear once you have Hydra. So for me, it's like they're just the first items, and you choose between which you prefer. But yeah.
Okay. I see.
Any other questions or thoughts or anything?
I think it's perfect.
Okay.
The way it is.
Oh, and I just accidentally deleted it. Good thing there's Control Z. All right. That would have kind of sucked. I would have had the recording, so I guess I could just... Either way. All right. See you later. Good luck.
Thank you, Talent. See ya.